right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We are sitting down with businesswoman, entrepreneur Anna Evans, who just did an amazing performance. Yes.
Thank you very much.
I love this because anybody tuning in right now, I just said businesswoman. They're like, well, what kind of business is she in? You look magnificent, by the way.
Thank you very
Amazing.
much. Thank you so
You are
much.
truly talented at what you do.
Thank you so much. I've had enough practice.
Have you really?
Yes.
Now, I'm interested in finding out because I know before you got to this business, you had a whole career.
I did. My professional career was a professional flight attendant.
Yes.
With United Airlines. Actually, it was Continental, and then they merged. And
I remember that, yes.
Yeah,
But you did that before this. Can I ask you what brought you to belly dancing?
Well, actually, prior to my flying experience, I had some friends here in Orlando that performed. They were performers at Disney's, Polynesian dancers. And so one of my girlfriends asked me to go out with her. And when we were dancing on the dance floor, she was like, girlfriend, I thought I did something wrong. She said, oh, girlfriend. She goes, I love you, Omni. I was like, Omni? What's Omni? And she goes, you're a circle. In Polynesian, we do the Omni. It's like a circle. And I said, I started laughing. I was like, oh, okay. So she's like, I want you to come take lessons with me. I was like, oh, okay. But that's an island dance. That's more like a culture dance. And I was like, I didn't know if I felt comfortable with
doing it.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you went there just to go have a good time.
Yes.
You got up and danced. She's like, girl, I like your homie. Like,
yes.
You know?
Right.
We call that bring around town. That's
right.
That's what we call it.
I know. That's why when she said it, I was like, okay, what's that? We were like, girl, we just grind.
That's what we learn how to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went to her home and we became best friends. I started learning. But
I love it.
But one thing she said to me, she says, you're moving too much. She goes, and this culture dance, you can only move the hips and the hands. Everything has to be stiff. And I said, I'm sorry.
That's not how we...
That's not how we roll.
No, not at all. No.
And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I'm so used to, even in hip hop, we move everything.
Every single
from
thing.
Head to
yes.
toe.
I know a girl, she danced so good, even when she stopped dancing, it was still moving. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how we do it.
Right.
So you had to learn a different style of dance.
And I had to learn the discipline too, because it could be, taken as offensive.
If you do it the wrong way.
If I did it the wrong way.
I didn't even realize that because it's a culture thing.
Right. For instance, like you never want to show the palm of your hands, to the audience in the Polynesian dance.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't. Why is that? Is there a
offensive.
reason? It's just that's like rude.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's rude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any other rules I should know about?
In the Polynesian dance?
Yeah.
Well, every hand movement tells a story.
It means something.
There's a meaning to every hand movement in the Polynesian dance. It tells a story. So you don't want to do some of the gestures that we do on the streets.
Because it means something different.
Right.
Which hand gesture means,
by the way,
stop dancing with my man. That's my man. Like, that's a good one I can do.
Right, that's a good one.
Okay, what does that mean?
That's all across the board. All Polynesians, that's a way of saying, hey, hello, greetings, aloha, mahalo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so I can greet people like that.
Right.
I'll be like, all right, he gets it. He gets it.
Right.
So not only did you learn this dance and you excelled at it, but what got you all the way to owning your own business?
So moving forward into the belly dance, when I went to a Greek restaurant, my friends took me there after coming back from Brazil. And they got me up on the floor. We were dancing. And then after all the customers left, my friends that were there, it was a setup. They asked, we were left behind, and the owner came to the table. We sat down, and I was like, well, what's going on? Everybody's gone. They're closed. And so they said, well, get up and belly dance. This is what kind of got me into belly dance from the very beginning, the interest at least. And so they said, get up and belly dance. And I was like, belly dance? I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't have a costume. And the owner, he goes, I have one. So
wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a little strange. You're like, look,
I thought so too.
Belly dance. I ain't got a costume. You know what? I just happen to have your size right here.
So that alerted me, and I was like, wait a minute. This doesn't. How would?
Yeah.
And so
your friends had set it up.
It was a setup.
Okay.
So I went and I tried the costume on, and it was a costume that not only myself but every belly dancer that came through that worked at that restaurant actually tried that costume on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it was that was a signature costume.
So once you tried it on, what happened after that?
Once I tried it on, he hired me on the spot.
To belly dance.
And I didn't even have any
training for belly dancing.
For belly dancing at all.
That is a wait. We're gonna clap for that. Your Oni was strong.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was like, okay, so it made that, but I knew. By paying attention to the audience there, that there was more to it. So because it is another culture dance, and there are certain things in that dance culture that's offensive too.
Really?
Yes. For instance, like how we do the omni.
Yeah.
And how in hip hop dance we do the, and then you can't push everything. You can't thrust forward, or you can't show your feet like this, like in Indian dance.
Okay, that's a no-no.
Right.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now you're doing very well because you have instructors from everywhere, from around the world, working for you guys.
Yes.
And you guys are teaching people all the time this dance, which is a very seductive dance.
Yes,
it's a beautiful dance to see.
Thank you very
It's
much.
awesome.
Yes.
But you have a special event that I want people to know about, and I want to get to that's coming up soon. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, and that's called the Orlando Belly Dance Convention.
Gotcha.
And it's a convention it's annual. And it's a 4-day convention, and it's held at the DoubleTree by Hilton at SeaWorld.
Okay.
In the month of August. And this year, because every year the date changes, so this year it would be August the 10th through the 13th.
Perfect. Now if I'm going there for the very first time, what can I expect to see, Anna?
Okay, so if you're going to the convention for the very first time, what you can expect to see are many, many belly dances from all over the world.
Gotcha.
And
because this is a worldwide thing, I'm learning. This is a big community.
Like we have how Hollywood is here in the U.S., we watch it on television. Belly dance is much bigger in other countries.
Okay, I'm learning that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So it's like how we get into the celebrities with
our actors, our NBA players and stuff like that. It's the same within this community of belly dancing.
For instance, this is a good example, Shakira.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
So she actually kind of put it on the map in America.
She did. In
America.
That's the first time I ever saw a woman's hips that didn't lie.
Right.
That's the first.
They
had a lot to say, but they did not lie.
Right.
That's
and
awesome.
she inspired so many dancers, and after she opened that door here in America, so many dancers went through, and it just took off.
And before we go, and I want to make sure people follow you and support you, what's the name of your studio? Because you have your own studio.
Yes, the name of the studio is Bellywood Studios.
Bellywood. We're going to clap for Bellywood. Yes. And now there's a friend of yours in the audience. That is correct. She's with you. She's one of your instructors. She's actually from Brazil.
Yes.
And I point that out because you were explaining there's so many different instructors from all over the world.
Yes.
And isn't that amazing how dance brings the world together?
It brings people.
The arts bring the world together.
It unites people. So that's the one thing where we can gain common ground with other countries or cultures. Dance brings you together, like food.
There you go.
So food brings people together.
There you go.
We have to eat to live, but dance is the same way. That energy.
And it's all about celebration. Food, dance, laughter.
And enjoyment.
And enjoyment all the world. Thank you so much. No, Anna.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you'll be back. Now,
love
before
it.
we go, I want everyone to become a fan like I am of yours now. I want them to support you. So can you please share with them your social media?
Sure. Instagram, Bellywood Studios, and Orlando Belly Dance Convention.
That's what I'm talking about. That's great. Now, on behalf of myself, James Young, my wonderful guest, Anna Evans,
All for you.
Oh, thank y'all so much. Mike, they love us.
They are prepaid.
All right, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
I will pay you back.
Sure.
Never. But
All
thank
right.
you.